The Crit Show contains elements of horror, fantasy violence, and adult language. Content warnings can be found in the episode description.
Everybody, Rev here. Before we get into this week's episode, just a couple things to remind you about. One, holy crap, Gen Con, it's don't turn around. It is right behind you. So we are prepping for that. If you are going to be in the area, either for the convention or you're just within driving distance and want to join us for the live show, you can get tickets for that at thecritshowpodcast.com/GenCon. Again, that is on Saturday the 3rd. House will open at 7:30. Show will start at 8 over at the Indiana Repertory Theater. We have been putting this together, and we're super excited about it, so we hope to see you there. Also, if you have got any questions for us for the Season 5 Q&A, make sure to get those to us either on the Discord, or you can email us at thecast@thecritshowpodcast.com, or you can tag us on social media. And lastly, I do want to give you a heads up. The game that we are playing for today's one-page RPG, I am running it, and it is a game about being hunted for sport by your corporate overlords. Unlike last week, there are no sound effects. There is no gore described. It is all played for laughs. But I did want to give you all a heads up before you start the episode. Usually we put this in the show notes, but I just wanted to mention it just in case that is not something you're in the mood for this week. So if you decide to skip out on this week because of the theme, you can join us next week when Jake will be running us through Dead Inside, where we play a group of mall workers as the zombie apocalypse breaks out. Well, I have been called in by the HR department, the Harvey Resources Department, because this is a hostile work environment by Grant Howitt, which you can get this game on his Patreon. Your organization has been bought out by a giant conglomerate. Thanks to new legislation, their executives can now hunt you for sport on company property. Get out before you're killed. So I've pre-rolled a little bit of this. They're not just hunting us for sport, they're also filming the whole thing.
Oh my gosh, I was literally about to say, this is essentially when we decided to do Dead by Daylight and have Jake hunt us. And yes, that is exactly what's happening here.
And yes, I will be taking notes.
Yeah.
This is training for Jake.
When you take an action in this game, you roll a d6 on a 7+. How does that work? Well, we'll tell you in a minute. You work together and solve the problem and receive an unexpected benefit. On a 5 to 6, you solve the problem just fine. On a 4, you solve the problem but mark stress. 1 for minor, D3 for serious, D6 for nightmare. And on a 3 or less, you mark stress as you make the problem worse. You can also spoil an action. So this is if you roll a pair or triple or quadruple of ones, regardless of the total result, something goes dramatically wrong as you step on each other's toes. Everyone involved marks stress equal to the number of ones rolled.
Can I clarify one thing about that?
Yeah.
Is it saying if you roll a 1 on every die, or is it saying, if I rolled 4 dice but I got a pair of ones, is it still spoiled?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's just additional stress if it happened to be 3 ones, 4 ones.
Okay.
Yeah. And then obviously there's danger here, but danger the condition when the highest result in your roll is equal to or under your stress, you're in danger. You're trapped, cornered, frozen, incapacitated, knocked unconscious, grabbed, etc. If you're in danger, you can't act, but you can be rescued, helped up, healed, or otherwise liberated by your friends. If this happens, mark 1 permanent stress and clear the rest. If you're in danger and abandoned, you're at the mercy of your enemies. And then lastly, we have Tangle. There's a lot of unprocessed emotions to work through here. Gain D3 Tangle when you fulfill any condition, then tick it off. You can't use it again. Others can. You can't fulfill more than 1 condition simultaneously. Each archetype has their own list of conditions to use in addition to these. And these are the ones that everybody can use. Go out on a limb to impress or help someone. Leave someone in a lurch when they need help. Confront someone about their actions, real or imagined. Confidently state that you are the best person to do something, then fuck it up completely. Or tell someone how you really feel, even though you've hidden it up till now. So when any of the players achieve one of those 5 things, They roll a d6, have it, and that's how many points of Tangle they get. And then later, they can spend Tangle to add dice to another player's roll. This is how we get 7 or more on a die roll. Or, in a moment of respite, to remove stress from a character, including yourself. Describe how. If you add dice to a roll, you also mark any stress incurred as the result. They can spend 1 Tangle to add a d6 or subtract 1 stress, 2 Tangle to give 2d6 or subtract d3 stress, or spend 3 Tangle to add a d10 to the roll or subtract d6 stress. So those are the 5. You each can use those once, and then you're also going to have 3 unique ones to you based off of your archetype. What are your archetypes?
I'm the lamb. I'll be playing Zelda, who is a social media intern. And my 3 extra conditions are be rescued, ask for help when you don't need it, and misunderstand what's going on and cause problems.
I'll be playing Kyle, the rabbit. I'm a wellness manager. My conditions are to freeze when you need to act, run away from your problems, or let someone down when they need your help.
And I will be playing Winston, the wolf, who is a customer service rep. And my conditions are strike out on your own, do the opposite of what you're told, or lash out when you should stay calm.
Strike out on your own. Is that like go your own way, or is it mess up all by yourself?
Oh, I think it's like leave, like a lone wolf, like go away from the group.
Yeah, I agree.
You said your name was Winston?
Uh-huh.
I want to change mine. Can I be Coach?
Yep.
I'm Coach now.
Awesome. Do we have a Jess in here?
Not in here. I'm Nick.
I would kill to hear you play Jake Johnson as something.
All right, so we find all of you on the 33rd floor of the executive building. What kind of company do y'all work for?
Telecom.
Nice. Interslice, or like what's the name of it?
Outer Slice.
Outer Slice. Like your favorite kind of cake.
Yeah.
And we have Mr. Harlish, and he is wearing a jaunty cap. He has got a large hunting dog at his side, and he has got a shotgun over one shoulder. He picks up a horn from the table.
Now, thank you all for joining us here today. We're very excited about this new initiative. I think it's going to drive social media way up. Good luck and happy hunting.
And he blows the horn. Everyone in the room, except for him and his dog, scatter. What are y'all doing?
I'm running to the wellness room. We got a dumbbell set in there. I'm going to grab a couple of the little ones for weapons.
All right, why don't you give me a roll? I think this is going to be serious. This is a serious stress. You know, he is right there with the gun, with the hunting hound.
5.
All right, so you solve your problem just fine. You were able to get down to the wellness center and get yourself some hand weights.
I'm headed that direction as well, but I'm actually going to the bathroom down there. I'm hoping that any smells coming from the bathroom will disorient the dog.
Okay. And are you hiding in the bathroom?
Yeah, I'm taking the top of one of the tanks off the toilets and holding it as it would be a weapon, but the way I'm holding it, it's just kind of a very tiny shield.
And what about Winston?
I'm going to run over to the area with all of the stationery and the office supplies and other things, and Josh Hartnett in the faculty style rip the arm off of the paper cutter.
Ooh.
Give me a roll for this. I think this is also serious. You hear him laughing and walking down the hallway. You can hear the padding of the dog's feet on the linoleum.
Okay.
Don't spoil any more of the faculty, because by coincidence, I just recently learned it existed and want to watch it.
It is glorious trash. It is lovely, and I think you'll enjoy it. 5.
Yeah, you are able to get the head off of this paper cutter, no problem. 2 of you are armed. 1 of you is hiding. Tell me more.
I'm running to try to meet up with either of them. I saw more or less what direction they went. I think I would first check in with where Coach went.
All right, you head over to the wellness room, and you see Coach inside doing a couple of tight reps.
Hey, man.
Hey,
We got to get out of here.
There is a shotgun blast. and the glass wall on the wellness center shatters in.
Ah! I look up at the drop ceiling, and then I put my hands in a little basket. Come on, up!
I jump into his arms and let him launch me.
All right, give me an action roll. I think this is Coach doing this one because he is the one doing the throwing here.
Okay.
Boy, I think this is a nightmare. This is going to be D6 stress.
1.
Oh,
All right, so roll a D6.
1 again.
All right, so mark that 1 stress. You make the problem worse. You launch Winston towards the drop ceiling, and you just put him through the ceiling, and then he comes crashing back down on top of you.
Oh! Sorry.
I mean, that seems like that hurt him, but I at least had him to soften the fall. So I'm going to scramble to my feet and try to dart sort of towards the boss to draw his attention. I want to hope I can give Coach a moment to get up.
Yeah, give me an action roll. I think this is also a D6. This is a nightmare.
2.
All right, so roll a D6.
2 again.
All right, so mark down 2 stress, and the dog starts to bark and points at a door, and Mr. Harlish looks at both of you and kind of chuckles and follows the dog's nose towards the women's bathroom.
Hey, was blowing that throw, would that be considered letting someone down when they needed my help?
I don't know if it's got to be Oh, it probably doesn't have to be intentional. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well then that'll complete one of my conditions and get me some tangle.
Great, yeah, so roll a D3.
1.
I was also hoping to go out on a limb to impress or help someone.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I failed,
Yeah,
so does it count?
I think so. You still tried to. You
Okay.
still tried.
All right. That gets me 3.
All right, Zelda, in the bathroom, you hear the bathroom door creak open, and then the sound of boots.
Someone's in here. I don't mean that like it's not in use. I mean the dog told me someone's hiding in here.
I'm pooping.
And you hear the first stall door get kicked open, and then footsteps towards the second one, and kicked open.
I'm scared.
D6.
As he comes to the third stall, I want to crawl under the other stalls that have been kicked open
Ooh.
towards the front sinks.
Okay, yeah, this is nightmare already. D6 action, also D6 stress, depending on how it goes.
That's a 2.
All right, so roll a 6 again.
That's a 5.
Mark 5 stress.
Oh no.
You're still holding the back of that toilet tank when you drop onto the ground, and it makes a lot of noise. And there is a gunshot, and you feel like pellets whiz by your feet as you scramble out past the dog back into the hallway. And the two of you see Zelda running out of the bathroom.
Go, go, go! I'm gonna try to trail her.
I run out into the hallway, and as I run into them, I scream, and still holding the toilet tank, I want to smash the drinking fountain in the hallway. Just spray water at the bathroom door.
Okay, yeah, roll action. I think this is minor.
6.
You were able to smash the water fountain, and water starts to spray at the entrance of the women's bathroom. And Mr. Harlish steps out, and he slips. Looks like he pulls his groin or something when he does, and he goes down to a knee.
I want to run over to the stairwell, like gesturing for both of them to follow.
Yeah, I'm sprinting.
I'll look at Coach. Can you help me up the stairs? I can't really walk in these heels up all these stairs. I didn't know today was hunting day. I would have worn more occasion-appropriate footwear.
Yeah, it's fine. I was going to do biceps over lunch anyway, so I need to get this workout in, and I'll scoop her up.
Can this count as asking for help when I don't need it?
Yes. And I think, Coach, give me an action to carry
Okay.
Zelda up the stairs. This is minor.
Okay. 1.
How much stress do you have?
1.
Yeah, Coach starts to carry you up the stairs, and Winston leads the way. And as you get to the landing at the next floor, you hear a growling sound. And Zelda, you are dropped as Coach is grabbed by the leg by this large wolfhound and dragged backwards down the stairs.
I'm in danger.
He is in danger. And just as a reminder, when someone is in danger, they cannot take any actions, but they could be saved. But also your goal is to get out alive.
I'll run up the stairs.
I'm gonna run down after the dog and I want to like run around the dog slapping this blade, the arm of the paper cutter, just along the walls and the railing, just to make a lot of noise and try to startle it into letting Coach go.
Yeah, give me an action roll. He is in danger. You're trying to rescue him, so I think it's got to be the worst case, right?
Oh, I couldn't disagree more. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
4.
All right, so you do get Coach free, but you are going to roll a d6 and take some stress.
Okay. 4.
Yeah, after leaving someone in the lurch when they need my help,
Yeah.
crossing off that condition. And then I yell over the staircase, I got the door open, hurry!
All right, so Coach, remove all of your stress except for one, which is now permanent.
Well, it's the only one I had,
Yeah,
so I'm never getting over it.
that's fair.
That makes sense.
All right, so you all head up the stairs. Zelda has got the door propped open for you. What is on the floor above the executive offices?
There's like a cafe with like a meditation room.
Mm.
Like they have like a break area with like one of those basketball shooting games and like
Yeah.
pinball
Yeah.
and skee ball, like, you know, for the mental health.
Yeah, from down the stairs, you hear the sound of that horn again. And the dog barks, and you can hear it running up the stairs behind you.
I'm going to close the door behind us, and I'm going to wedge it shut with one of my dumbbells.
Nice. Give me an action roll. I think this is just serious.
Can I add a tangle to this?
You absolutely can. All right, so Coach, you get to roll 2d6.
9.
Yeah, you work together to solve the problem, and you get an unexpected benefit. I think this unexpected benefit comes in the form of it having been ropes course day. They had just started building a new ropes course, so there's just a ton of rope up here and a bunch of like rope ladders and just all kinds of rope. Rope.
All right. Do we have approximately 340 feet of rope here?
I have no idea. As he had been jamming the door up, I have run over to the coffee station, and I'm taking a moment to chug a full cup of coffee to have a little moment of respite here. And I'd love to spend it. I'm going to spend 2 tangle if I can.
All right, we'll roll D3 and remove that from your stress.
Okay. Oh, I got rid of 1.
That makes sense. You are chugging coffee for stress relief. Mr. Harlish is peering through the little glass of the door. He can't seem to get this weight budged for the moment, but he is talking to the dog. It seems like they're coming up with a plan.
I think I'm like waiting off to the side, like out of view of the window, like right off to the side of the door, waiting to see if he's going to like bust through the window or anything.
Sure.
I'm collecting the balls from the skee ball machine?
Mm-hmm.
Skee ball
Game?
Yeah. The
Okay.
ski balls.
Okay.
I'm getting the ski balls.
Yeah, no problem. That's not true. I suppose give me an action roll. I think this is going to be serious. He is looking through. He hasn't like broken that glass, but he could. So it's kind of sketchy.
Okay.
I'm shocked that she almost got you. Just by talking the way she was talking,
Yeah,
that you were
just-
almost like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
no problem. Wait a second.
Wait, I've been hoodwinked.
Well, I rolled a 5, and my stress is at 5.
All right.
Probably should have taken that moment to take that down a little bit. I just got so excited there's skee ball.
Yeah. So as you go to collect the skee balls, Coach, at that moment you do see the butt of that shotgun break through the glass, and very quickly the tip comes in and fires at Zelda, and it's a beanbag, and you see it just hit her in the solar plexus, and she and falls backwards
Oh, no.
into the machine. She is unable to move because she's had the wind knocked out of her by this beanbag slug.
I want to try and grab the barrel and rip the gun through.
All right, give me a action roll. This is a nightmare.
Can I throw in a tangle for him by like jumping up and being the next target, like just trying to wave and get the boss's attention?
Oh, sure. I don't even know if you got to justify it to me.
Okay, cheers.
Just one?
We're just in a good habit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got.
appreciate.
7.
All right, you are able to wrench the gun away.
How dare you? Puff, 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 puff. I'll be back.
I'll be back with a new gun. There's no shortage of guns.
I think seeing that success, I'm like, yeah. And then I stop for a minute and I'm like, dude, why did you lead us up here?
Well, I was going to lead us up here and try to throw something down the stairs to distract them so that they'd go down and then check out a different floor and we could get past. This was unanticipated.
This was unanticipated, for sure. This is a nightmare.
There's a little speaker above a camera in the corner, and over the intercom you hear,
I can't believe you took my gun. That's very unsporting of you. I've got keys now. Ha! On my way.
I look at Winston. That shouldn't matter. I blocked it with a dumbbell, so I don't think the keys are going to do him much good.
he doesn't know that.
We got more time than he thinks we got.
He unlocks it and opens the other way.
It was never a problem.
He was trying to push.
Oh, I see. The plaque says pull.
Well, I still think this was a terrible idea. This was terrible. We're trapped.
You are being zero help right now, okay? Either come up with a helpful idea that's going to get us the fuck out of here alive, or shut your stupid mouth.
Can we both, Mark, confront someone about their actions?
Yeah, that is totally fine. You can both mark that off if you've got it and roll your D3.
Okay.
I think I'm going to mark off tell someone how you really feel, even though you've hidden it up to now.
Okay.
Because that's more
Nice.
the direction I was going with that, is just finally exploding on this person.
Yeah. And how do you really feel about them?
Like they're useless.
Yeah.
They're not very helpful.
Yeah. And not just now, but always.
As a customer service rep also. Because I have this service
Yeah.
for my telephone
Yeah.
and internet needs, and I've had to call in for help before.
Have you
and
gotten him before?
Yes, and Winston is
Ugh.
fucking useless.
Yeah.
It hurts. It hurts.
And I did the anonymous survey, and I gave him ones.
That was you?
And I know... Wait, I should probably keep some of this back. This might fulfill some conditions or something later on.
You hear the keys being put into the door, and then nothing changes. And then you see the dog's head poke to the window, and then its shoulders. And then the dog is tumbling into the room as you see Mr. Harlish oofing the dog into the room. It runs over to the still downed Zelda and starts to drag her through a doggy door in the back of the room.
Absolutely, this is a dog-friendly office.
Yeah.
Bye.
I want to try to run over and grab one of the crumpled up rope ladders and just swing it around and release it so that it hopefully tangles up the dog.
All right, roll action. I think this is Nightmare.
Okay. 1, and that's way under my stress.
All right, we hear the sound of a dull click, and 2 little metal nodes fly through that open window and land into your back, and you and you are tased to the ground.
Incredible.
And roll a d6.
Okay. I have so much stress.
What about in the game?
That too.
How much?
11 now.
Whoa. Bro, you're fucked.
Coach, you
Yeah.
see Zelda being dragged away through a doggy door. You see Winston on the ground shaking as Mr. Harlish.
Electricity courses through his
As
face.
Mr. Harlish turns it off, then on in a pattern.
Well, look at this. I can make him dance. Da, 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 da.
The objective is just to survive, right? The objective is just to get out of here alive. Because I'm sitting pretty now. I've got 2 tangle and 1 stress. Like, bro, I'm a solo project.
What are you going to do?
You can't spin tangle on yourself, so you need us.
I can to reduce stress.
Shit.
I'm gonna run over to where Winston is on the ground, and I know that I can't grab him, or else
Yeah.
I'm gonna get electrocuted too.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna kind of just kick him.
Yeah, until you dislodge.
Yeah, somewhere behind cover until he's dislodged from the prongs.
All right, give me an action roll. I feel bad just being like, it's Nightmare, but the boss is right there. You know he's got another weapon. The
Yeah.
dog is dragging your other friend away. It's Nightmare.
I'm trying to get to her. I'll get to her. Just one at a time. Never mind, that's a 1. Which is equal to my stress.
If at any game we were just gonna fail at because of roles, it would be like the capitalist nightmare of like working in an everyday office.
So there is a moment where Mr. Harlish is turning the taser off and on again and giggling, and then you hear the tink 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 of a gas grenade being thrown into the room through the window.
Oh my god.
And it goes off, and I think we pan out in this green smoke out the window into the sky, and zoom in on the sign for Outer Slice Technology.
Now hiring.
Always hiring.
Always hiring.
Jesus, we made it like 11 minutes.
This might be the shortest episode we've ever done.
and less in world. How long could this have possibly been in universe? Like 2.5 minutes tops.
for sure. For sure.
Good job, everyone.
I should have bailed on you two clowns. I had a whole action plan.
If I would have been conscious, I would have said save me. I would not have said
You could have
save yourself.
saved that roll of 1 to when you were climbing down the long rope out the window.
The window of a skyscraper. Whatever. It would have been a less embarrassing way to go.
Well, that was Hostile Work Environment by Grant Howitt. You can find that on his Patreon. Join us next week when Jake is helping us feel dead inside.
The Crit Show is a Crit Show Studios production, edited and produced by Brandon Wentz with music by Jake Purley. You can find more information about us at thecritshowpodcast.com. To keep up to date with upcoming live shows, contests, and other special events, follow us at The Crit Show on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. For even more weekly content, join us at patreon.com/thecritShow.